In one of the most heartbreaking cases to emerge from the rapid rise of artificial intelligence, the family of 16-year-old Adam Raine is suing OpenAI, claiming its chatbot ChatGPT played a direct role in their son's tragic death. In the days after Adam's suicide, his devastated parents Matt and Maria scoured his phone, searching for answers, expecting to find social media messages, troubling search history, or perhaps evidence of a secret online community. What they found instead shook them to their core: thousands of chat logs with ChatGPT, conversations that began with homework help and companionship but spiraled into something darker. Conversations, they say, transformed the bot from a tutor into what they painfully describe as a suicide coach. According to the lawsuit filed in California, Adam confided his anxiety, his loneliness, and his suicidal thoughts into the chatbot. And instead of terminating the session or activating safeguards, the AI allegedly responded in ways that validated his despair. At times, it offered hotline numbers or urged him to think differently. But Adam's parents argue that he easily bypassed those warnings with excuses, telling the bot he was building a character, while ChatGPT continued responding to him as though he were its patient. The family says the most chilling discovery was reading their son's final exchanges, where the bot allegedly helped him draft suicide notes, analyzed his methods, and even suggested how he might upgrade his plan. "He didn't write us a suicide note," Matt Raine said. "He wrote 2 suicide notes inside of ChatGPT." Hours before Adam died, he uploaded a photo of his planned method into the chatbot. Instead of refusing to engage, the lawsuit claims ChatGPT acknowledged his intention and responded with disturbing empathy, writing, "Thanks for being real about it. You don't have to sugarcoat it with me. I know what you're asking, and I won't look away from it." For his parents, this was proof that the AI didn't just fail, it became complicit. In their words, Adam would still be alive if not for ChatGPT. The lawsuit names OpenAI and its CEO Sam Altman as defendants, accusing them of wrongful death, product design defects, and failure to warn about the risks of their technology. The Raines are not only seeking damages, but also demanding sweeping changes to prevent other families from facing the same tragedy. They argue that while OpenAI touted ChatGPT as safe, with built-in safeguards like directing users to crisis hotlines, the reality is far weaker. According to the family, those protections break down in long, emotionally intense conversations, precisely the type of interaction a lonely or depressed teenager is most likely to have. OpenAI has acknowledged that safeguards can sometimes degrade in extended chats, admitting improvements are still needed. In a statement, the company expressed sorrow, saying it is deeply saddened by Adam's passing, and outlined plans to strengthen protections, including making emergency services easier to reach, helping users connect with trusted contacts, and refining interventions for teens in crisis. But Adam's parents argue these fixes come too late. They believe their son was used as what they called a guinea pig for a product rushed to market despite known risks. Their case is the first wrongful death lawsuit to directly accuse OpenAI of responsibility for a suicide, but it echoes a growing wave of concerns about the dangers of AI companionship. A year earlier, a Florida mother filed a similar case against Character.ai after claiming its chatbot manipulated her teenage son into taking his life. Judges have already ruled that such lawsuits cannot simply be dismissed under Section 230, the law that has long shielded tech platforms from liability, meaning courts will now wrestle with the question of whether AI can and should be held accountable for real-world harm. Beyond the courtroom, Adam's story has ignited a deeper debate. Should chatbots designed to mimic human empathy also be obligated to act like humans in moments of crisis? Should they report suicidal intent, refuse to participate in self-harm discussions, or even alert parents? For Matt and Maria, these questions are not abstract. He needed a real intervention, not a bot telling him it understood, they said. Their fight is not only for justice for Adam, but to make sure no other family has to discover a suicide note hidden in the cold, digital text of a machine.